Hi, and welcome to the Z1 Career Zone's on-demand classes. We're excited that you've chosen to invest in yourself by taking the very best and most comprehensive training program available today. And I'm very excited to take this journey with you. My name is John Wilbanks, and I'll be your facilitator for your Z1 experience. Our agenda for this class is 1. The introduction of me to you. 2. The why. 3. The welcome kit. 4. Recommendations. 5. The 3 reasons why people get hired. 6. Introduction to the overall course. And 7. Questions. Let me take a few minutes to tell you about myself, just so you have an idea of my background and motivation. I was born and raised in a house my grandfather built in Hazel Green, Alabama. Nope, it wasn't that one, but it's not far off the mark. At the ripe age of 13, I moved to the big city of Huntsville. Huntsville is not your typical southern town. I actually began to lose some of my Alabama accent in high school because Huntsville is a very homogenized town, meaning my friends in high school were from Chicago, LA, No Hope, Wisconsin. Yes, that is a real town. Basically, they were from everywhere other than northern Alabama. And so it began. Upon graduation, I went into the Army, off to Fort Benning, Georgia. Not a long journey. There, I received basic training, AIDT, and jump school. I thought jump school was difficult. Little did I know, because next I went into the U.S. Army Special Forces Qualification Course. Yep, I am one of those, a Green Beret. I spent about 6 years on a Special Forces Detachment Alpha, more commonly known as an A-Team. And no, I do not know Mr. T. I also became a trainer at Phase 2 Weapons Branch as a heavy weapons instructor for the Q course. In the Q course, I taught everything from the .38 caliber revolver to TOW anti-tank missiles, but my concentration was on heavy weapons, particularly mortars, from gun, ammunition, and crew training to forward observation and finally fire direction control. There, I began to fall in love with teaching. How to turn the boring onslaught of dry information into something a bit more entertaining, but moreover, retainable. I remembered that the best instructors, either from high school, the military, or later in college, were the ones that found a more effective way to present the material. Some used humor, some incorporated a variety of different learning styles into their subject matter, but the very best used multiple methods. I had found my true passion. I started college at Massachusetts College of Art. When I left the Army, my wife, Ruth, our 2 daughters, and I packed up and moved to Ruth's hometown of Johnstown, Colorado. There, I transferred to Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design, where I earned a bachelor's degree in graphic design and another in illustration. Later, I earned a master's in organizational management. I taught for 12 years at the Art Institute of Colorado and was a senior instructor in the digital filmmaking and video production department. I also taught online for Sanford Brown. I became involved with Z1 Career Zone a couple of years ago while developing their career coaching program and was immediately impressed with what they are doing. Yep, that's my voice you hear in the lessons. When Jim Zazowski asked if I'd be interested in doing an on-demand course, I jumped at the offer. Thus, here I am. So that should answer the question of who I am. I know it was not a burning question for you, but I do have a question for you. How many working professionals are disengaged or dislike their current job? This was a question in a Forbes issue a couple of years ago and also posted in a Gallup poll. Give me a percentage. What do you think? 28%? 53%? 71%? Or 93%? Come on, the answer is always C. 71%. Wow. 71%. That means that more than 7 out of 10 working adults are unhappy with their current work situation. Why? There are several situations that could play into this. Maybe you're a recent grad that's trying to find employment or seeking better employment in your field of study. Perhaps you've been out of the job market for a while, like a parent who's now looking to restart their career. It could be like you were once like me, a military veteran who's now looking to start a civilian career. Maybe you've just been downsized. Possibly just someone who feels undervalued in their current situation. Or yet still, it could be from a different reason altogether. So whatever your situation is, I'm here to tell you you're not alone. You are not alone. I want to commend you on taking that first step in changing your particular situation. By taking this class, You're already doing something to change your current situation versus doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, which already put you ahead of 95% of your peer group. We're going to be here every step of the way, and we're prepared to do anything and everything in our power to provide you the guidance, knowledge, tools, and strategy to help you to get where you want to go with your career. Z1 Career Zone. I think our tagline says it all. Changing lives, one career at a time. I believe that. Why? Because I see it all the time. It doesn't just change your career, it changes your life. Think what a better career could do for you, your loved ones, your family. So why Z1 Career Zone? Why was this company even started? Let me ask you another question. How many hours do you think the average person spends in their career over their lifetime? Don't worry, again, it's multiple choice. 50,000, 75,000, 100,000, 200,000. You're catching on. The answer is again C, 100,000 hours. 100,000 hours. Nothing even comes close to this number. Nothing consumes more of your life. The only thing that comes close to this number is sleep. If you're going to spend 100,000 hours doing something, shouldn't it at least be something you enjoy? The answer is again C. C, as in Spanish, for yes. At Z1 Career Zone, we believe the best way to enjoy your career is to find one that fits who you are. If you're good at and enjoy working with your hands, you probably wouldn't be a good fit behind a computer all day. I'm sure there are a few exceptions. Just as, if you enjoy and are good at solving problems, you most likely would not want to work in a factory on an assembly line. Z1 Career Zone didn't just pop out of the ethers. There was a lot of build-up prior to its inception. Why don't I just let Jim explain it?
Come on in the door. And today we're going to talk about how exciting it is. We've assisted thousands of people in helping them find a great career. This is exactly why we focus on, and I know we could do the same for you.
How I can bring that to the next level.
Hi, I'm Jim Zazowski, president and founder of Z1 Career Zone. I graduated from college and got my first job in 1982. Now, I know what you're thinking, that's a long time ago. But I gotta tell you, not much has really changed in the fundamentals of getting a job. Employers are still looking for that person who stands out and brings great value to their organization. So I figured this out during my second job, where I was promoted 5 times over my 9 years at the company. So how did I do this? It really wasn't because I was smarter or qualified or even more experienced than my competitors. What separated me from others was my willingness to be different. I took my next job at a startup company based out of San Diego. One of my many roles was to recruit and hire great talent. During that time, I can tell you I saw a whole lot of bad resumes and a lot of unqualified candidates. I was convinced there had to be a better way of connecting the right people with the right jobs. And I was right. For the past 15 years, I've been doing just that at my recruiting firm. We have placed over 3,000 candidates throughout the US, and many of them have been promoted several times. In 2010, I started speaking at colleges around the nation, and I learned just how difficult it is to get a job in your field of study, or at least put the odds in your favor. This is exactly why I started Z1 Career Zone. I want to be able to help undergraduates and recent grads in getting the jobs that they desire and that they deserve.
What should we do going forward?
To me, there is nothing more rewarding than being a part of this process. It's really why I love what I do. That's why they should hire you.
Additionally, look at the first few pages of your playbook. This will give you a more up-to-date version and describe what the logo is all about. From those 3 things, the movie, the introduction of Jim, and the company's logo, I think you can already determine that you've made a great choice to believe in us. But moreover, it's about believing in yourself. If you remember back to the story of our logo, one of the pillars we have here at Z1 Career Zone is the belief in giving back. Personally, I believe there are 2 ways that we should be giving back. If you're blessed financially, I think there's an obligation there, but I also think that giving back your time is really important, and probably more important in almost every situation. Several years ago, at a recruiting firm, Jim started conducting free workshops across the country. These would be about an hour to an hour and a half. There were a lot of young men and women who were graduating college totally ill-prepared. Z1 figured that we could provide them with a couple of tools they had never seen before that they could implement immediately, which would have significant impact on their job search strategy. In fact, in every workshop, a questionnaire was given, and the last question was, would you like your university, or whatever group we're presenting to offer a more comprehensive career program than you just received? And the answer was absolutely yes. 96% responded by saying they wanted a lot more than they had just received. So why? Why was this company started? I think you already know. There was a need for such a company. It was from the feedback in these workshops as to why Z1 Career Zone was started. Our goal is to provide tools, guidance, and support and have a positive impact on thousands of people as it relates specifically to their careers. You have our personal commitment to continue looking for ways to bring great value to our clients because we understand the significance of everyone's career and the impact that it can make on your life. We continue to offer our free workshops to colleges, universities, for athletic departments, alumni associations, and undergraduates, churches, private schools, and a host of other organizations. We now also offer online webinars with industry experts on a variety of different subjects that relate to expanding your career development. If you would like to know more information on our seminars/workshops or know someone who is, then please email us at info@Z1CareerZone, and we'll be happy to follow up with you or them to answer any questions. Now let's talk about your welcome kit. You should have received this by now, and if for some reason you haven't, send us an email at info@Z1CareerZone.com, and we'll make sure to get that out to you immediately. In your welcome kit, you should have received a PDF version of your client playbook. Your playbook is kind of like your career Bible, if you will. As you're going through the program, you should write everything down in your playbook. You're going to be asked to do a lot of things, so it will be very important to capture it in one place for easy reference and review. Second, you will receive a link to take the StrengthsFinders 2.0 assessment. Just as an FYI, I would highly suggest you purchase the StrengthsFinders 2.0 book, as it will contain information above and beyond the results that you receive from just taking the assessment. And we know the book will help you understand better how to utilize your strengths in very impactful ways. You can typically order it from Amazon for about $20. Third, you will receive a link to take your second assessment, which is the Strong Interest Inventory. We're going to be talking about this later, and specifically how the power of this assessment can expose you to jobs and careers that you may not have even known existed before taking it. So that's everything that's contained in your Z1 Career Zone Welcome Kit. Here are the recommendations we strongly recommend so you can get the most out of this on-demand program. 1. Take notes. As you're going through the modules and then the on-demand classes, take notes. Write everything down in your playbook. I'm now a big believer in taking notes. When I was in high school, I never took notes. By the time I went into the Army, I realized I had a great memory and I could retain a great deal of information just by listening to it. I'm good at this. Or so I thought. Later, when I started teaching, I had a problem. I couldn't remember the details. How was the class organized? What examples did they use? I was lost. Don't find yourself lost. Take notes. 2. Do the work. Really, do the work. Don't take shortcuts. Like anything else in life, you get out of it exactly what you put into it. So work hard. You've invested, or someone else has invested, a good deal of money for you to take this course. So put everything you have into it and get the most out of it. 3. Trust the process. We have individuals with incredible industry experience behind this program. So trust the process because we know what we have put together here is the most impactful and complete career development program that exists today. 4. Do your own research. It amazes me how many people consume the first thing that they've been told. If you question anything we tell you, if you want to acquire more information about a topic, or just want to confirm it, you have the power to find out for yourself. Once you've been introduced to a new subject, go research it for yourself. I promise, if you stick to these recommendations, I know the investment will certainly pay great dividends for years to come.